Okay, hello and welcome to Season 5's first proper Smash of the Day. I know Graham did one, but let's be honest, everything he does is subpar, so that doesn't count. With me this week, I've got Andrew Kenny, coach of... Who are you coaching this season?
Cincinnati Ben Orcs.
Cincinnati Ben Orcs, yes, some Orcs.
Which Graham didn't get the reference of as well, so you know.
Yeah, well, we can't spend the whole video bashing on Graham as much as we'd like to. So
that's what I came for, yeah.
Let's take a look at Division 1. So, 8 teams in Division 1 this season. We're going to look at all of them. Some of them have been with us for 4 seasons now. A decision that has been seen as somewhat controversial, but this will be the season that proves whether or not it's acceptable. Let's have a look at one of those now. Jurassic Junglers with a mighty TV of 1,890. Let's see what we've got going on.
It's just a brutal team. I mean, I remember playing this when they first started out, and they had a really good first season, and they've just gone from strength to strength a lot of the time. I mean, I'm still looking with horror at that Go Fast number 9. It's just a horrible creature.
They're a team with an average strength of like more than 3 for sure as well. Look at that. They've got 2 strength 5s, 5 strength 4s. One of the skinks is strength 3. So they're getting to a point now where it's almost none of the disadvantages of this team and all of the advantages.
I mean, you look at the injuries as well. He's done pretty well with injuries, really. You've got Asaurus, who's that a Niggle?
It must be a Niggle, yeah.
Niggle and an Asaurus with an armor value down, which is a bit annoying, but he's still a block guard Saurus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the injuries haven't really touched him either. So I think this is where you kind of see certain teams getting a big sway on on just the fact they can just still put out a massively improved team and not really suffer at all. But yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic team still.
Yep.
He's obviously built it well, around with a guard and the block on everything pretty much now.
Still searching for the championship though, I believe, isn't he?
No, still going for it. I mean, it's still one of those teams that could definitely clutch it.
Didn't win it last season. Season before that, I believe it was won by the Humans. We'll see what he can do. This is certainly going to be his last chance because I don't think we'll be having teams for more than 4 seasons. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, you would expect these guys to be challenging, right?
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Brexiting Spines, another team that has been with us for, I believe, 4 seasons now.
Yeah, 4 seasons, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and this is the point where chaos become chaos, really, isn't it? He's got 2 claw block. He's got 1 claw block mighty blow beastman, but he's got a lot of stat downs, a hell of a lot of stat downs.
I mean, this is where you see we don't get with Jurassic Junglers is that the injuries taking their effect now, and you see those like losing armor value on the beastmen and all that kind of stuff just really starts to hurt chaos. But like you say, he's still got fantastic players. You've definitely got just you don't want to come up against chaos in this kind of season, 4 seasons in.
Yeah.
Just all the advancements they've got. I mean, you've got some players in there that, obviously they're kind of getting to the point where they're a bit beaten up, but still doing the jobs.
Yeah. He's going to be missing that Agi 4 Beastman for his first game though, so he's got nobody who can reliably pick up the ball for game 1, which is worth noting.
That's always the awkward bit with chaos. I think you can focus so much on one player just being the ball carrier.
Yeah.
That he really gets. I mean, it's like 176 to level up though. I mean, you need that player back in.
Yeah, he's never going to level up. Right, let's have a look at our next guys. Mordor's Rejects, the other chaos team, significantly lower TV. Though I know this is a bit premature, but I believe these two have been drawn against one another in game 1, and these guys have got 2 Agi 4 players.
Yeah, I mean, Chaos Warrior with Agi 4 is
awesome.
Very brutal. Yeah,
it's going to be difficult to knock off the ball, isn't he?
I mean, he's down a Minotaur though, which is what's that injury? Just missed next game.
Well, I mean, but it's given him a hell of a lot of inducement. He can get
exactly
he can take Master Chef if he wants. He can induce I think he can induce Morg and Thorg actually with the amount of inducements he's going to be getting.
And I mean, you might as well at that point. I mean, the Minotaur's all very well and good, but like you say, some of the players you can get in from that with the inducements is just ridiculous. I mean, looking back at Spines in comparison, yeah, they've got more level ups there. Yeah, they've got more kind of skills split up and things like that. But Mordor's rejects can still put out the results there with just the sheer power they've got on there because they're not missing
Definitely
as many players. They haven't got as many armor downs and stuff like that.
The only thing they don't have anything of is Claw, which might shaft them.
Struggle. Yeah.
But he's got the Mighty Blow, so, not all... He's got 3 Mighty Blow, actually, so... Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes down, actually. Let's take a look at Gorgeous Gits. Underperformed last season. You would have expected them to do better. In fact, probably you could argue have underperformed for a couple of seasons, but that doesn't change the fact that this is a horrible, horrible team to come up against. With pretty much everything that you need to be a successful Orc coach here, right?
I'm going to say it's. I mean, I've said before that I didn't think Tom had had a very good run, and obviously, I mean, I've not leveled up again. I'm still on 14 SPP, which is a bit shocking. But yeah, I mean, it's just that kind of. That's really what you want to see from an Orc team. Just block everywhere. You've got dodge on players. I mean, every blitzer looks pretty horrendous.
Yeah, look
got
at that
blow and
Agi 4 blitzer with dodge and kick-off return. That's pretty nice. That is dedicated ball carrier. He's got the troll as well.
Yeah, second chance to troll. I mean, I think sometimes with trolls, it's. I mean, I've not gone for one in my build this season to be a bit of a spoiler, but I still think with Orcs, it's just fantastic. I mean, this kind of season, you might as well just get everything in there and stop just throwing as many blocks as you can.
I like the fact that his most experienced player is a goblin. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's Dave. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, that's going to hurt him if that. I mean, it's worth 130k. It's
worth
more than his troll. That's brilliant. All right, I love that. Yeah, these are another team that you would, if he can have a good season, no reason why these can't take the championship.
Definitely, and I mean, it's like as soon as Tom starts getting the kind of big hits in there, gets even more level ups, it's going to be one of those teams that's really, really horrible to come up against. More guard. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at Vermin Vengers, last season's champions. 1,930 TV with a 15-man roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are completely unskilled linemen with no SPP.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, another team I've played against before, and I mean, the Gutter Runners just
Movement
horrendous.
10, Agi 5 Gutter Runner.
It's just,
filth. That is filth. That with sprint, that means he can score a one-turner from his own half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely horrible. And he's got a second one as well with movement 10. So yeah,
2 movement ups.
That's what's winning him games right there, because you can't score against him without and you can't score against him and assume that he can't immediately score back.
Well, this is half the problem. If you can't claw out those Gutter Runners and just kill them, then you're really going to struggle, especially when he can just be a Skaven player, like you say, and just lob the ball up around the field with little Gutter Runners, and then you just need one opening, and they run through and they score.
Yeah, and with Agi 5, they're practically stunty in terms of dodging into tackle zones.
When you're really going to fail unless you've got tentacles, I mean, that's one of the only things that really stop the Skaven like this, is they can't just get away from tentacles, but there's not many people with that, so...
Everything that he needs to win again here. Another team that you'd expect to be challenging, right?
I mean, this season looks like for this division is going to be absolutely horrendous.
Let's take a look at Family Adams. Family Adams had their first season last season, and they did so well that they've made it into Division 1. It's going to be tough for them, but there's no reason why they can't challenge. We've got 4 ghouls, which is nice. Plenty of all blodgers. He's got his strip ball ghoul. He's got a ghoul with 4 agi. Maybe worth considering getting rid of the ghoul with a niggle now, because that's just a liability, really. But still, he is a blodger.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's always difficult when they're blodgers as well with ghouls, because I mean you've got such a good build of just around them, and then you can kind of protect those ghouls really well with just chucking out the zombies and chucking the whites in front of them.
Yeah,
it's still a player that's worth keeping.
Needs to get another casualty on that mummy. That's his weak link, really. And if he can roll a double and get block on it, he'll be standing quite strong.
Yeah. I mean, well, you've obviously got experience with Khemri as well. It's like mummies are just horrible players.
Yeah,
get
the
that
undead
block in
mummies
there.
are way better than Khemri mummies, though.
Yeah.
These ones have got mighty blow. But yeah, I think the only thing he's missing is a fowler, really. He needs to get sneaky git on something.
Well, that zombie down the bottom's obviously got a player, so I mean, that's a potential one.
Yeah.
I think it's normally a skeleton they go for, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can't really guarantee that you'll get the SPP on the skelly. So, yeah, but he has got a skeleton. Presumably that's going to be his sneaky git at some point.
No, should be an interesting team.
And maybe get another player as well, especially since he's got 160k in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get that money spent if you can do, just not build TV boat for no reason.
All right, well, let's take a look at Frenzy Speedo Explosion, another team in their second season.
Yeah, these absolutely tabled me last game twice, if I remember right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough first game. Is he going to want to get rid of that Agi 2 lineman? He's not really there for his agility, is he?
No, he's there for a tackler more than anything.
Yeah.
I think it's worth keeping him around. I mean, obviously, you're going to get enough money to kind of buy new ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think overall the team's fantastic, though. I mean, you look at like Shaggy there; he's got a really fantastic build-up. We've got the Agi 4 and Dodge block. You know, he's kind of building the team really well, in my opinion. But you've got a lot of players that are kind of still new starters and stuff like that, and then losing 3 quite experienced players is a bit of a
it's a bit rough.
Bit of a kick.
Got Mighty Blow and Juggernaut on his Yeti. That's nice. They've got plenty of experience on the Yeti. He's got a blodger with 4 Agi who can carry the ball, which is quite good. Runners haven't really done much by the looks of things. He's got guard on one of his runners. Yeah, I mean, Norse are just one way or the other, aren't they? No, they kick your ass or they crumble.
I mean, it's like you look at the Ulfwerners there. I mean, neither of them have really got more than the block, and you kind of want to push them to get kind of more skills. So I imagine that's what Dave's going to focus on.
Yeah,
and try and get them up because they're not far off getting a level up, either, both of them.
Yeah, you'd expect those guys to get some casualties. Right, yeah, not a bad looking team at all. Let's take a look at Gods, another team that are in, I believe, their second season now, and these are looking it's looking quite nice.
This is a Chaos Dwarf team.
Yeah, Claw Mighty Blow already on his blocker. Block Mighty Blow on a Bull Centaur. We've got 2 guard. I think that's probably where he's lacking. You would want a bit more guard by this point.
You want to start
right?
sprinkling that guard everywhere now, really. I mean, you've got the dirty player. You've got all that kind of good stuff. It just comes down now to basically getting the guard on everyone, making sure you're just taking advantage of it. I mean, that Block Mighty Blow, Claw, perfect. And then, like you say, the Bull Centaur is really just horrible as well. I think you've got the right kind of level ups on there. It's just sticking the guard absolutely everywhere.
Yep, and with the number of core skills they start off with, his TV is low compared to how many skills he's got. I mean,
inducements in this league, you look at some of the players, people who've got like 1,900 and 1,800, you're going to get a massive wad of inducements as well.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of inducements, let's have a look at the schedule. Week 1, Family Adams, Guards. So we've got Undead versus Chaos Dwarves. Family Adams going into this with 1520. Chaos Dwarves 1480. So he could scoop 10k to get himself a babe. I don't even know if he'll bother. It's pretty.
I think you probably wouldn't. Yeah, I guess this is probably one of the easier games for him, really. I think for Guards.
Yeah.
Going to Family Adams, but still, I mean, they're both very experienced teams. They've both got a good kind of. It's probably easier for both of them to get this kind of game out of the way. So they've both got a good option of winning. You're not going to going up against one of the juggernauts in the first round.
Yeah, I think with a third of the Undead team being dodging ghoul runners and Guards having almost exclusively a team full of tackle. Yeah, I'm going to give this one to the Chaos Dwarves, I think.
Yeah, me too. Chaos Dwarves probably, I'd say 1-0.
Yeah. Frenzied Speedo Explosion Vermin Vengers. This is probably a good game for him to get out of the way, for the Norse to get out of the way now, right? Definitely,
yeah. I mean, Vermin Vengers are just one of those teams that you're really going to struggle with. If you can take out the gutter runners, maybe in a good spot, but again, it's so difficult to take those two of them out that can both one turn.
So
I think
then,
you're going to end up losing, but I think it's just taking out as many rats as you can and just getting the SPP from it.
yeah, I think the Norse are going to get one journeyman lineman, which will bump the TV up to roughly around about 1,500-ish. So they're going to get 400 and something thousand in inducements, enough for like a bribe and a master chef if they want one.
I think you definitely would want to do that, realistically. I mean, there's not much else you'd really want to get in versus Skaven. It's like you're trying to break armor with the Zara or anything like that. So
the problem they have, though, is that they've got about the same armor as the Skaven, and the Skaven have got 15 players, so you really can't look... I'm not going to look past... I think the Skaven will not only win, but I think they'll probably win by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, I can see a 3-0.
Yeah. Jurassic Junglers, Gorgeous Gits. 2 teams that have been in it for quite a while now. There isn't a great deal in inducements. The Orcs will get about 100k. It's not going to make a great deal of difference, I don't think. This one's a bit tougher to call, I think. Don't know about you.
Well, I mean, looking at it, Tom's got some money in the bank he could potentially spend as well if he wanted to get the Master Chef. But yeah, I'm pretty interesting one, to be honest, because you've got a lot of power on both teams. I think you've still got those. I mean, the Goblin and the Skink on either side of the players that are going to win it. You're going to be grinding up against each other most of the game. So I think it comes down to who's got the better kind of runner and scorer.
I mean, the point I make there about Goblin and Skink, the Junglers have got multiple ball carriers who can move, and the Gits...
Tom's got one.
Yeah, and his Blitzer. So the Junglers have definitely got the moving passing game more, I'd say, but... yeah, it's a tough one to call. If the Orcs can take out the Skinks, then the Junglers are going to be in trouble. If they can't, then I think the Junglers will probably win it. What's probably more likely is a combination of the two, so I'm going to call it a draw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more leaning towards the Lizardmen. Sorry, Tom, but I think Go Fast just lives a charmed life. That Skig's had bounties on its head, and it still doesn't. It still isn't dead. So I'm going more towards a 2-1.
Okay, all right, we've had a disagreement. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I won't take it personally. Brexit in Spines, Mordor's Rejects. 2 Chaos teams. One of them has got Claw. The other one hasn't. I go with the team with Claw.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he proves me wrong. I'd like to see that happen, but I mean, having said that, the Rejects are the ones that can carry the ball. So if the Claw doesn't come through for Brexit in Spines, then probably Rejects, but I think it will.
It's hard to come back when you've got no players left on the field, though, isn't it?
Exactly. It could be quite devastating, this one. So yeah, there we go. That was Division 1. Let's have a look at what we've got going on in Division 2. Let's take a look at the teams. So, Rakdos Runaways, Chaos, into their 2nd season. And we are already starting to see the beginnings of a pretty nasty Chaos team here. No Claw yet, but that's to be expected. He's got block on 5 of his players, which is about half of them.
Chaos Warriors are starting to get there. You got Block and Mighty Blow.
Yeah, he's got a Beastman Blodger with extra arms, so he's got a reliable carrier of the ball there.
Yeah, I mean,
Strength 5 Chaos Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When you look at that Chaos Warrior, he's basically a big guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, another level up on him, and you're starting to get kind of like 2 big guys in the team, which is pretty insane. Minotaur nearly at another level as well, with already got guard.
Does have a niggle though.
I mean, it's difficult to say, but it's a Minotaur and it's still a horrible piece.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is looking like a pretty tidy team here. Just need to get some of these beastmen
up and leveled.
Yeah, get block on everyone. That's basically all you got to do with Chaos. Didn't get block on everyone.
And start going from there.
yeah, looking decent. Expect to be doing well. TV is kind of high though.
Yeah, a bit of bloat there.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult to, because it's like, would you get rid of a Minotaur for a niggle? That kind of thing. It's like 170k tied up in one player, but it's still a fantastic player.
You just have to.
And same with the Chaos Warrior. Yeah, you've got to take it.
Chaos, just got to embrace it. Conversely, the Snotling Stars, an ogre team with no ogres. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players available for his next game. No money to replace any of them.
No.
All of them have either got Hail Mary pass or diving catch. Is that? What's this guy got? Oh, that's Sure Feet. Sure Feet. He's got a diving catch and yeah, no Hail Mary
Yeah,
pass. I know he likes to have Hail Mary pass. I suppose he's not got that option just yet.
got to jump up on him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about this team? It's a joke, quite literally.
I mean,
Best of
the
luck.
fact you've got a Nobbler that survived that long to get 34 SPP is just still blows my
Yeah,
mind. But yeah, you can't
brilliant.
argue with the results.
Yeah, fair play. Good luck. You're going to need it. The old cunning stunts. Take a look at the vamps. How are we doing vampires? Not a great deal of development, unfortunately, but where he's got it on the right place. He's got a blodger vampire. He's got a
Yeah.
vampire with dodge. I think he could probably he needs to get strip ball on one of these vampires now, right? Because he can break the cage with hypnotic
Right.
gaze.
I think Timothy is probably the one that's probably going to go that way,
To
realistically.
be honest with you, if he gets a level up on Count Back Droom, I would give him strip ball next, because then he's got someone who can go into the box, punch someone, strip the ball, step into the space where the ball is, hopefully catch it, and possibly
Yeah.
dodge his way back out. So
I mean, you've got all three vampires quite close to level up as well, so
Yeah.
the team can really start exploding from there.
yeah, get a touchdown on one and a cash on the other two in his next game, and he'll have 3 leveled up vamps. He's got plenty of thralls. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
this is all right.
what players out there? Is that the
The thing about
yes,
vampires is when they behave, they're an excellent team. I've been
Yeah.
playing them in the champion ladder so far, and I've played like 5 or 6 games, and I've only lost one. Like if you can wrangle them to behave themselves, you can do really well with them, and there's no
I mean,
reason why I can't do well with these
some
guys.
of some of the best players in the whole game, but it's that 1 in 6. It's the same with ogres. It's having that chance
Yeah.
to just
With the 4
no, I think
rerolls, though, hopefully he can mitigate it. He's only got 3 vampires. Laws of averages
he's-
say that it won't be too much of an issue for him.
and he's got leader on the other one as well. So
Yeah.
leader on
also good
Thrall,
shout.
yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Slayerettes, the Dark Elf, the one Dark Elf team to survive last season.
No comment on that at all.
And it's looking good. It's looking very
Yeah.
good, actually. I do not want to play this team. We've got a couple of dodging linemen. I mean, to be honest with you, the only downside that Witch Elf is excellent.
Yeah,
two bludgeon
Xander's
blitzers.
kind of a worry for me, and Spike as well with a niggle.
Yeah, Spike with a niggle. Xander. I mean, the movement down on Xander, not really the end of the world, right? It's a blitzer. You've got plenty of other blitzers that can move. That one can just be you probably.
But he's only got 1 SPP, so it's kind of a
Yeah.
toss up really as to whether you'd want to have the speed and option available there and just replace him. I mean, she's got the money to replace him now,
Yeah.
but it's whether you want to do that or not.
Yeah, good point, actually. I mean, I've been told that I'm a bit too overzealous with replacing injured players, but that's not yeah, I'm inclined to agree. But yeah, this is looking like a pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got the advancements. I think it's getting a bit of tackle in there, and all that kind of good stuff. And I think you're really in a very good spot overall. I mean, the Witch Elf is fantastic, obviously.
Yeah.
And Willow's starting to get there as well. But yeah, I think it's just getting the tackle in there, and you can start dealing with the stunty teams, especially with what you're going to be coming up against in this league. Obviously, those snotlings.
Yeah. Right, let's take a look at Noah Skaven Fate. Had a pretty good season last season, kind of
Yeah.
struggled a little bit towards the end if memory serves, but started strongly, did well. Yeah, this is a pretty good Skaven team as far as they go. He's got his gutter runner with strip ball, which is always handy. He's got a dedicated kicker. He's got a blodgers for 3 of his gutter runners.
Yeah,
Tackling.
I mean, it's just that kind of that Skaven team. I mean, again, they're going the same way as the other team in Team 1, the Vengeance Vermers. It's that kind of thing. It's a Skaven team. They can do fantastic things with just chucking the ball around and running. He's not got the advantage of having those kind of movement ups yet, but obviously quite a few of those gutter runners are close to level up as well.
He did lose his Rat Ogre. That's what he's missing.
Yeah.
That's his number one that's not there.
Couldn't possibly comment on that either.
How much is a Rat Ogre? Can you remember? I think you might have enough for one. 120k?
It's probably not, they're not far off that. If
Yeah.
might be 130.
I think
Yeah,
he's
but still.
about ready to replace it. If he wants to, but it will increase his team value significantly.
I mean, he can always hire in players, and I think he's got he's still got a high-ish team value for the group he's in. He's kind of middle of the road, but still, I think you've got an option to hire in against Chaos and against yourself and the Undead. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll see how that
potentially.
goes for him. But yeah, you not a bad team at all this. Let's take a look at Lizards in Pajamas. Okie dokie. So, he's got his block game on the go. He's got 4
Yeah,
block and one of them with Mighty Blow. That's nice. So he's got his SPP in the right place, or at least a good chunk of it. There's another Saurus on the verge of leveling up. What have we got going on here with these skinks? So we've got Sure Feet on one of them, which is always handy. His Crocs has got Stand Firm, which is good for his prehensile
beautiful.
tail. Lovely. And he's missing one skink for his next game. It's a Blodger with Sure
This is
Feet.
yeah.
Oh, it's
That
a
looks like a
Niggle.
scorer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
painful.
yeah, that's a shame. But you can't get rid of that piece, can you? It's a Blodger
No.
with sprint.
I mean, you just got to take the chance that you might lose that player, which I think he's happy to do. Really, I mean, you look at going down here, they're just getting more level ups on these Saurus. They've all got block, and then the team really starts flying.
Yeah.
I mean, that Croc score's not far off another level, so another takeout or two in that next game. He's laughing. Really, the team's really getting there.
Yeah.
If he can get block on that Saurus, on that Croc score, sorry, then it's really getting there.
If he can keep these guys, have them survive, he could probably do with an extra skink or two. But obviously, he can't afford that right now. But he needs something on the bench because he's currently only got 11 players.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he can get another skink in for this game, but he hasn't got that much cash either. So I think he's just trying to build up the team and hopefully not take many more injuries like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good overall. I mean, definitely good team.
Undead, 1,510, the third highest TV, and one of 3 over 1,500. He has got a large roster, which would explain it. He's also had a good season. He's got 8 fan factor. Yeah, this is looking quite good. He's got the Agi up on the white, which I'm guessing. I don't know. Is that his ball carrier? You don't really want it to be, do you, with 6 movement? But at the same time, it's nice that he can pass. I suppose.
Block dodge on the goal that's obviously scored a couple of times, but yeah, it seems like that white's leaning more towards or maybe he's going to be just like a high Agi blitzer, but yeah, it seems like that's the one who's been carrying the ball a bit.
I mean, if he rolls a double on it next time, he could give it pass and make it into a passer, a passing white.
Yeah, and I mean white's horrible. Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
I think you've got the skeleton with Dirty Player. So yeah, it's all kind of there. I think really the team's starting to build up. Now he's getting next.
What we've got missing here is his second mummy has got 0 SPP, which is a shame at this point.
Is that a new player though?
Possibly, but still, you want to. I think he lost a mummy at the end of last
season.
season.
I think he did.
But he needs to get something on that as quickly as possible.
I mean, you look at the other mummy. He's got the guard and the block. I mean, that's where you want to be.
That's nice, rolling double. But he's got 3 goals that have got no development, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he's got a sizable roster, I guess. It'll be interesting to see how he gets along with it. Actually, looking at it now, he's not actually got a great deal of development.
No, I mean, I was going to say there's a lot of bloat there, I think, really. Like, there's a skeleton down there that's got no level up or anything like that. And then you've got, like they say, those ghouls are all just basically bloating the team, really. You've got 14 players.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra on there, and you're giving people inducements when you really don't need to.
We'll see how that goes for him. He'll probably lose some, though, to be fair. Okay, let's have a look at the best team in this division, and the one with, I believe, the highest team value, so objectively the best team, Power Slave 1984. Obviously, I can't be too objective about this because it's my team, but have you ever seen a Blitzra with 4 strength and 3 agility?
I haven't seen a Blitzra with 4 strength and 3 agility, and I'm so glad I gave you one of those movements up as well when you hammered me. But yeah, I think it's you've got a fantastic team really there. You've got 1 Tomb Guardian near level up as well, so 2 actually quite near level up. So I think it's just focused on those really for next game, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the level up there because your Blitzras don't need any more help, Ben.
This is going to sound like a humble brag, no, that's not the right word. A brag complaint, but because my players will not die, I have to keep buying skeletons. Look, I've got 160k in the bank right now, and I've got 14 players on my team. So hopefully some of these bellends get killed at some point.
I love how you've managed to spread out your MVPs, though. You've managed to get 3 skeletons there on 5 out of 6. So.
Yeah. They're going to need to get another MVP to level up though, because let's be honest, they're not going to be doing anything, are they? But
No,
yeah,
not really.
Agi 3 Blitzra on a team that cannot have more than 2 Agi on anyone out of the box is quite nice, I think.
No, definitely. And I think you're looking at it here. Have you? You haven't got a dirty player, have you?
No,
I guess
I
that's
did
next
have one, but
level
he
up.
died.
Yeah. So I think that's probably what you're going to go for. Really, is just get boofing those Tomb Guardians up, and then hoping you get a level up on one of the Skellies.
Yeah, we'll see
You
how
should
that
be laughing,
goes.
really. I mean, I think your team's. I mean, the development on those 2 Blitzras, it'd be horrible if one of them died. But
Yeah, it's
just
going to
saying
happen
that
sooner
out to
or later.
everybody, it'd be horrible if one of them died. But yeah.
Shall we take a look at that schedule? So, first game, Power Slave 1984 versus Rakdos Runaways. No inducements to speak of, really. He's getting 20k,
No.
but I'm guessing he won't do anything with it. Yeah, I mean, he's got no claw, but at the end of the day, all my skeletons have got 7
Yeah, I mean,
standard
that's.
skillies.
I'm just looking at Rakdos again now, and I think it's. Yeah, I mean, they've still got a lot of punch in there. They're still chaos. They're starting to develop, and I think it's that difficult thing of whether they can take out your Blitzra that's just obscene is the real thing for that game, because a lot of the time he can push you all around the field, but that Blitzra is quite a beast to take down.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to not get drawn into fighting my Tomb Guards. That will be what the difference, because I'm going to try and force him to.
Yeah.
And if he can avoid that and just take out my skeletons instead and leave me with a bunch of slow-ass Tomb Guards, he'll do all right.
Yeah. But I think it's difficult to get past that sometimes, especially when you're chaos. You just want to go up and punch things. But
I have the numerical advantage. It's worth noting we're playing at my stadium where both players get a free bribe as well. So
nice. Yeah,
yeah,
should be fun then.
Be careful there, because I will be fouling him. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to back me, obviously, but you don't have to give the right answer if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll choose the optimal answer and probably say that I'm going for a draw on that one.
Okay, fair enough. We're no longer friends. Right, In Grave Danger versus the Snotling Stars. I mean, he's got a tackler.
Yeah. Well, that might help him. Yeah, I think it again comes down to the fact of whether you can actually start taking some of these Snotlings off the field. They don't seem to be dying that often.
He's only got 12 of them. He's not. I don't think he's. Yeah, I mean,
hasn't got that many replacements.
You've got to assume the undead are going to win. I don't know what he'll induce. It'll be entertaining. Basically, the undead are definitely going to win, but you should watch it anyway. Is my
because
prediction.
you know that something's mad's going to happen, don't you? Really?
Yeah, something amusing.
I mean, the Snotlings could come back and score 2 touchdowns. It doesn't really, you can't tell. But I'm going leaning more towards the undead. But I'm waiting for the Snotlings to not surprise me and do something crazy.
Lizards in pajamas, the old cunning stunts. I mean, the sort of traditionally you would expect the lizards to win against vamps. Is anyone getting any extra? So the lizards are going to get 60k added to the team value, putting them up to 1340. So that means the vampires will get
they'll get
1500 in inducements. So enough for a wizard. They have got a numerical advantage. They've got more players. Do you know what?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards more Jack on this one.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Jack plays like a madman, so it's
again, yeah.
If I was playing Jack's team, I would win with it. Sorry, Jack.
Nice one, Ben. Yeah, you're already losing friends. I don't think you can afford to lose anymore. I think it's coming down again to the fact that Jack's got the numerical advantage on that in that matchup. I think realistically, if he can get the wizard and he can get the extra damage in there, then he can get a couple of skinks maybe or something like that. I think he's going to be in a good place. If he had the level ups on the vamps, I think he'd be even better. But it comes down to just whether the dice fall the right way for Jack on that one, I think. But I'm leaning more towards the vamps.
He's got block on all those Saurus though.
I mean, it comes down to whether those vamps can get through there and start bullying the field, really. I think he can do it. I just think it comes down to, like you say, if the dice go the wrong way and he starts knocking his own thralls out, it's going to be a difficult one.
I'm going to call it a draw.
I'm going to lean towards the vamps, I think.
Ooh, sticking your neck out. Interesting.
Controversial, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last up we've got No Escape Fate versus the Slayerettes. This one's not so easy to call. They've both got exactly the same TV. Is anyone getting any freebies? No, and
No.
no.
I think this one, this is where having tackle and things like that would really come in to help the Slayerettes, but you can't really predict that going forward. It's that kind of thing where Skaven again can just run down the field and score.
Yeah, Skaven do have tackle as well.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, the Dark Elves can't avoid the Skaven as well as the Skaven can avoid the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
I think is where I'm leaning towards. I mean, you've got a lot of development on the Skaven team. You've got the like you say, you've got the Storm Vermin in a really good spot with tackle and mighty blow. You've got guard on the other one. It's a difficult team.
Yeah, Skaven need to not get drawn into fights. If they can stand off and play like Skaven, they'll win. And he can, because he knows what he's doing. And so for that reason, I think I won't be surprised if I'm proven wrong, but I'm gonna go with Skaven.
I'm going with Skaven as well, but obviously, I can fully expect Emily to pull something out as well.
Okay, let's take a look at Division 3. Once again, Division 3 guys, this is not the proper season for them. This is 3 games of pre-season development. Their season will start after next week. But we might as well have a quick look at these guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit of echo back through your mic, Kenny.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Not massively, but yeah. Have you not got headphones?
My headphones on.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at Yeet for Distance. Oh my God. Okay, so 670 team value. What happened, Yeet for Distance? In fact, hang on a sec, sorry. Let's take a look at the results, because we actually have results to look at for this one.
Oh yeah, we do.
So,
yeah.
6 Volker Van Rieke versus you. Go on,
that was a bit of a horrible one. Kind of downward spiral happened pretty quickly. I managed to knock out his Yeti, killed it, and he managed to apothecary it back to life. But kind of just went downhill from there, unfortunately. Really good game, but still managed to get 2 touchdowns and got a really good spread of levels up. So, bit unfortunate game there.
Looks like he didn't have any possession, really.
No.
Yeah, twice as many blocks succeeded for you, almost. Yeah, it's kind of what you expect with Orcs, I suppose. Dynamo Vestroya versus GK Cleaning Standards.
Yeah, I mean, interesting that one, to be honest. The Kislev getting a draw there, because it's that kind of thing where Nurgle can really start to hurt them. But I did see some of the highlights from this game and looked very interesting. I mean, Nurgle were definitely hitting them more, but you could see that Kislev were jumping everywhere like absolute madmen. They got unlucky with a few landings, but other than that, I mean, they could have had a couple of times where they could have stolen the ball off Nurgle and really broke free. But yeah, a very close game by the looks of it.
The key stat there is 0 injuries, 0 kills.
Yeah.
Nobody removed anyone. Nobody really got any SPP. Really, just for an early season game, that's some good development for both of them, and that's all there is to it, really.
Yeah, I mean, disastrous 40k game, that's it, really.
So, the Bat Fastards versus Yeet for Distance. Yeet for Distance have a tiny TV now, so what went down here?
A lot of SPP on the Bat Fastards.
2 kills and 4 injuries inflicted. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's painful.
Looks like Yeet for Distance got drawn into fighting.
Yeah, you can't fight the ogre straight up if you're elves. I think I mean, you look at the ball possession, and for a draw, that's still pretty impressive. The ogre's got 18% ball possession, still managed to get a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh wow. They
did well on the go 7 casualties and 2 deaths is 2 deaths in your very first game.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But that's Wood Elves.
Yeah, definitely.
And they got a draw out of it. Right, this was the real highlight. Hyrule Owls 4, Illyrio's Falcons 3. I actually watched this earlier on. It was 2-2 at half-time. It almost ended up 5-3, but the Owls couldn't quite convert the last touchdown.
You say, yeah. Well, you don't get high-scoring games like this very often.
No, Wood Elves v Wood Elves, though, innit? So the MVP's on a dead lineman. It was a costly victory for the Hyrule.
I'm going to say there's 2 deaths as well.
2 deaths. They also got a stat down on a War Dancer as well, I believe.
Oh, that's painful. Yeah. What was the stat?
Movement. We'll check it out in a sec, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was unfortunate. But still, that was an amazing game. It really was.
I might have to watch the highlight of that one. It sounds
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's worth a look. Dead Mean Gang 2, Ye Olde Faithful 0. That's what you get for picking dwarves.
Yeah, I mean, deserve everything you get, really.
Yeah. Lost 2-0 to some Nurgles. Wow, and the Nurgles really got a lot of SPP out of that.
I'm going to say that's ridiculous, really.
Wow, the
Like
dwarves
9,
14%
11.
success rate on injury rolls. That is ridiculous.
Well, that's 19 SPP in the first game, so...
Yeah. Oh, damn, that is a terrible...
Mean Gang's going to be a horrible team to go up against.
Looks like he was getting a bit desperate. He tried 5 dodges with the dwarves.
Interesting strategy. Yeah,
his dice just went with him at all there. That looks very unfortunate. Still, that's a good result for the
Nurgle, yeah.
That's better than they could have possibly hoped for. And finally, Nerdu Wells versus Russian Rotters. This is Graham, probably our most experienced coach, versus Damo, probably our sort of newest coach to the game. So it was a difficult draw for him, but one that probably he'd be glad to get out of the way nice and early.
Yeah, I'm going to say Graham's had enough experience with Orcs, I think, to really to really be a horrible opponent to come up against in the first round. But yeah, I mean, it looks like Graham had the run of it looking at the stats.
Yeah,
81% ball possession. Yeah.
Only 1 injury inflicted though, so the Nurgle survived it. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. Yeah, you want to come out of that. I mean, he's got 8 SPP on Jack, his level up there. So yeah, I think Graham's got quite a bit of development just from the first game, so that's really good for Graham.
Let's have a look at those teams now then. So Yeet for distance. Oh my god, right, 2 deaths, and they've got a movement down on the War Dancer.
Yeah. It's difficult. I think the linemen, you got 2 linemen with SPP. We left one of them with 1. I think it's a really difficult place to kind of rebuild from, especially with the War Dancer moving down. It's really hard.
He has got 80k. So he's got a 50% chance of being able to afford a new War Dancer after his next game.
I think he's going to have to just take it on the chin with the War Dancer movement down, but I think again, he's going to be getting linemen to fill in for there. And I mean, what else can still do great things with linemen? So
yeah, he is going to play with 11 linemen in his next game, though.
Yeah, interesting, but elves can do it. It's one of the few teams that can just win with linemen.
Yeah,
so.
I feel bad for him. This is not a good place to be.
No, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
It's always the risk in it. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Russian Rotters, Nurgle. 920 team value. What did he lose? He lost... not a warrior. Oh, he lost his Pestigore. Yeah, okay. That's
really going to hurt, yeah.
Yeah, that's his ball carrier.
Try and carry with
no, his Pestigore is... Oh, yeah, his Pestigore's injured. Oh, of course, right, yeah.
He's injured,
and he's got an AG down as well, so, yeah, he just wants firing, right? Replace him next game.
You need to get rid of him. I mean, yeah, just have to accept the fact he's got 40k, so he's building up towards it, but, yeah. I mean, he's going to struggle next game, I think, to really move the ball, but he's still got the Beast Nurgle. It's the build I had last time I played Nurgle. It's really good. Just a bit of a kick in the teeth, really, isn't that Pestigore?
Yeah, that's a shame. Oh, well. Yeah, he's replaceable.
This league seems a lot bloodier than all the other ones.
Yeah. Some real destitute teams here. This Nurgle, on the other hand, 1050 TV.
Is still alive. Yes, I think he's still got his Pestigore. He got a touchdown there.
Oh, he's picked up another Rotter. He's picked up a 12th Rotter.
I possibly wouldn't have. I mean,
it seems like a waste, really. I'd have saved the money, yeah. Because as we've seen, Pestigores can die.
I mean, and you need to get that second Pestigore as soon as you can if you're going for the 4 warrior build. And I mean, you've got so much tied up in your beast as well that you really need to kind of have a bit of kind of backstop really for the Pestigore.
Yeah, especially at this point as well, where you're not scoring points towards the end of the season. Might as well just save the money, really. But it's his team. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's take a look at Cincinnati Ben Orcs. What have we got?
A majestic team, if I ever saw one.
You've also... No, hang on, what have you... Go on, tell me what you've done. Oh, you've got an Apothecary. Right.
I've got Apothecary, yeah.
Yes, okay.
So, I mean, I don't like losing players, especially just can't risk it really. I did buy it, but I thought it's worth getting for the first couple of gigs. So I don't want to lose a Black Hawk in the first game to something. Especially when I'm trying to develop the blitzers up, and I'm not really getting much SPP there. I don't want to lose the one that gets level up and really have to fight back from there. But yeah, 3 team rerolls. I'm pretty happy with my first result. Got a bit of a spread of SPP. So
yep,
yeah,
onwards and upwards, eh? Let's take a look at the Hyrule Owls. So another War Dancer with a movement down. He also lost a thrower and a lineman.
Yeah. I mean, he's got 9 SPP on that catcher.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a good. And he's got his blodger. He's got another thrower as well. So it's not the end of the world that he's lost one.
I mean, he's still got the Tree Man, which I think is always a bit of an underrated one for Wood Elves, but because you normally play without it, but it's a nice option to have.
Yeah, well, it kept rooting in his last game, which was unfortunate. But when it's good, it's really good. But the risk of only taking one dancer has not paid off for him, because now he's got a. But having said that, he's got 2 movement 8 catches, and watching most of his last game, he wasn't really using the War Dancer to score anyway. He was using him as a blitzer, so it's not the end of the world.
That's fair enough. If that's what you want to use him for, I mean, a lot of people play the War Dancers just to be the kind of whole team in one player, pretty much, because they can do it with 2 of them. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a Wood Elf team. They can always come back.
Yeah, you can't really afford to sack him off as well, so we'll see how it goes. It's not the end of the world. Let's take a look at Norse 720.
Yeah, couldn't possibly comment on the 2 injured players at the top. That was,
but that's unfortunate. But what have we got? It's just a miss next game, and the Ulf Werner, I'm assuming, is also just an MNG. Just a couple of MNGs. That doesn't really matter a great deal, actually.
Luckily, the Apothecary came back on the Yeti though, because that was dead.
Yeah, smart move to buy the Apothecary.
Yeah.
Not really much else to say here. Once those guys come back, he'll be back to TV 1000.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 60k in the bank just in case some tragedy happens. It looks a lot worse than it is. I think this.
Yeah, I mean, for the next game, it's going to be difficult, but it's just picking back up really and going from there. They've still got a block on the entire team. I think it's that great way to build up from. There just needs a couple of good kind of plays and good takeouts, and he should be back in and happy.
If he survives his next game, get a runner maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Orcs, ne'er-do-wells. Unfortunately, he hasn't spent his level up. He's got a blitzer to level up.
Yeah, be nice to know what he took, but
yeah, I mean, I'm assuming he'd probably go guard, but I guess we'll see. Possibly Mighty Blow.
Depends on the level up, I guess. But if he gets a double or anything. But yeah, no, it's just a good start for Graham.
We'll move on from that then. The Bat Fastards. So these are the ogres that had an incredible first game.
I'm so nice to see an ogre team doing well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, nothing to convert from it though.
I mean, you've got 3 ogres near level up, which next game, if he has another fantastic game, then he's going to be laughing if those ogres can get block and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's that thing with ogres, isn't it? They can easily turn around quite quickly if you start losing those chunky players. Yeah,
definitely. He's picked up another snot there for 20k. +1 fan factor as well has made his TV 1030. But yeah, other than that, I guess we'll just have to see. Those ogres, yeah, like you say, on the Verger level, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. If you can get an AG up on one of them, he'll be laughing.
Well, I mean, we saw that ogre last season, didn't we? With
4 Agi.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Let's have a look at the Kislev, the Slan, Dynamo Vostroya. Nothing to report here.
Yeah, not really. I mean, looks like we've had the 1 touchdown, the blitzer, but again, Kislev are an interesting team.
When you get development on them, they can be quite good.
Exactly, and I think that's the weird thing, because a lot of teams, they start off with the block or they start off with tackle or whatever, but Kislev start off with a very interesting set of skills, so very, very much like can score from out of nowhere, like a bit like Skaven. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they level up and develop.
Unfortunate, just 10k more would have got him an Apothecary.
Yeah.
Alas, it was not to
that
be.
roll on the dice is always painful.
Yep. Okay, let's have a look at these dwarves. What have we lost? We've got a long beard down. That's unfortunate. It's an Agi down as well. I don't suppose he cares really, because it's a dwarf.
It's a dwarf long beard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's got, what's that, takeout on the runner there. Yeah. So I mean, it looks like nothing really happened too bad.
No.
Missing a Longbeard's annoying, but
He had
not
a
the end of the
terrible
world.
game, but it hasn't had an impact on him really. Just needs to get that apothecary, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, with dwarfs, you just kind of want to get the injuries. You're not really going to score that many touchdowns, so it's nice to just get as many throws, blocks as you can. But if he's dodging around, it's we've had dodgy dwarfs before, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at the Dead Meme Gang. Excellent first game for these guys. What have we got? Extra arms on a Pestigore. Yeah.
That's what you want. Yeah, I mean, a Rotter with Agi down as an end of the world is easily fireable after it comes back or whatever.
You don't really care about agility on a Rotter anyway, do you?
Not really, but yeah, it's a Rotter. I think it's just, he wants to start getting a bit more on the Nurgle Warriors, but they're quite hard to level up until he can start really punching in. But that one's on, nearly got block on the, it's over 9,000, so.
Yeah, possibly. If no one dies, save up for a third reroll.
I would do. That's what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Wood Elves, Illyrial's Falcons, lost their game, but came out of it in a much better state, without a shadow of a doubt. These guys.
Yeah, two War Dancers. Level up on the War Dancer. What's he picked up there?
Strip Ball on one, which is what you want, and then his catch is now a Blodger.
I mean, that's the kind of development you really want after your first game. Two level ups on key players.
U4B needs to be fired though. You don't want armor value 6.
Can't really risk that, can you? It's just like a free hit for somebody.
Point. Yeah. So let's have a look at the schedule, shall we? Ne'er-do-wells, Hyrule Owls. That's a severely depleted Wood Elf team versus Graham's Orcs.
Yeah. Interesting one though, because I think with Wood Elves again, you can play around it, but Graham's a very tough opponent. With a reduced team, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I'd probably lean towards the Orcs on that one.
I mean, yeah, but also the Wood Elves, they don't have to fight those Orcs. They've got a treatment to tie that up.
Well, a treatment ties up one or two Orcs, and I think Graham can still deal with being tied up. It's trying to work around getting those key passes and stuff like that, and it's very difficult if he's not got those kind of players like the War Dancers to kind of just punish and get in the good kind of options to really get through. Yeah. I'm still leaning towards Graham on that one.
The Woodies have got the passing game.
They do.
I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Salt Brother.
I'll probably live to regret this, but I'm going to give this one to the Wood Elves.
Okay, interesting.
I just think that they can early game Orcs who just don't have tackle and don't have all the crap that they need. They might be a good team, but Wood Elves, when played well, can pass circles around them.
Yeah, I think it comes down to how he plays it.
Yeah,
but I'm going more towards 1-0 to Orcs, but we'll see how Woodies do.
So you on your Orcs versus Nurgle.
Yeah, the Meme Gang obviously got a really good game last week, so be interesting to see how we get on. I think Orcs versus Nurgle is a very difficult game. I think it's going to be very grindy. It depends on who really gets the luck going their way. I'd put money on myself. That's what I'm going to support myself. So I'd probably go to a kind of a 1-1 or a 1-0 to me. I'm leaning more towards the 1-0 to me.
Yeah, I mean the stuff that the Nurgle can do, like tentacles and stopping you from passing,
really bother me.
It's just not relevant to you. Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is, like, I've still got my Black Hawks to go up against his Warriors. I've got my Blitzers who've got block, and his team hasn't got a lot of block yet. So I think the skills game is leaning more towards me. I'm not going to be throwing it as much as most of the teams would do probably in that situation. So yeah, I think it's just kind of focus on the Pestigore and go from there, really.
Yeah, I think that you'll draw possibly 0-0.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
Yeah, well, you're both just going to punch each other, aren't you? Neither of you are going to be playing the ball much.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Dynamo Destroyer versus the Batfastards.
Interesting one, because I think with Keslev, I mean, I've not really had that much experience with them. But the Ogres, I mean, they're so close to leveling up. If they had the level ups for this game, I think it'd be a lot harder for Kislev. But yeah, it'd be interesting because, again, like I said, I've just not had that much experience with Kislev.
Yeah. I mean, the Ogres are unreliable. They had a good game, but that doesn't mean they're going to continue to have good games. The
No,
Kislev,
it
though,
doesn't.
ought to be. I mean, if they can just avoid the Ogres and focus on the Noblars, there's no
They can
reason why
get
they
free,
can't. Yeah, they should
good
farm
couple of
them,
hits
really.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you normally try and do with ogres. Just stick away from the ogres, stick linemen in front of them, and just beat up the snotlings as much as possible.
He's not at that point where he's got enough ogres to bully his opponent as well. Four's just not quite. You need five, really.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, if you're going in, you're going to be throwing 2 dice and 3 dice blocks easily against Noblars, so you can potentially get some good level ups on the linemen or blitzers,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that really want that kind of that increasement there, really. But I think, yeah, depends on whether we can just avoid the ogres as much as possible.
I think the
Not give them the
Dynamos will take
opportunity.
this.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Dynamos as well. Ogres are unreliable.
So, GK cleaning standards, Yeet for distance. Yeet for distance have got a team value of 670. They'll be starting the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 linemen and 3 journeyman linemen.
I mean, yeah, and also you're going up against a Nurgle team.
Yeah, who are going to stop you from dodging and stop you from passing. It will take a miracle for the Wood Elves to win this. They just need to focus on surviving it. It doesn't matter if they win or not. It's not the start of their season proper. They just need to not get killed and
just keep some troops alive.
yeah. The GK
Don't get into
cleaning
confrontations. You need to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're both going for Nurgle then.
Yeah, Nurgle on that one.
Russian Rotters versus Ye Olde Faithful.
Is that the second Nurgle in a row for him?
Yeah, Nurgle versus Dwarf. Again, the Dwarves aren't really going to be too concerned with
throwing game. I think
passing,
the Dwarves just need to start trying to get as many good hits as they can, get the blitzers level up, get the runners up there, and I think the Dwarves can outplay Nurgle, especially in the other game. They haven't got a lot of block on the Nurgle side. They haven't got anything really to get around that. They just need to kind of just hammer them as much as possible. Your Troll Slayers are a perfect tool for going into Chaos Warriors and the Beast, and knocking it on its arse because they've got tackle. They've got block, and they've got Dauntless. Just trying to be careful with the frenzy, but I think the Dwarves could take this depending on how they play it.
Yeah, I mean he's the more experienced coach. You would expect him to win. So I'm going to go with the Dwarves, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a draw.
I'll go 1-0 to Dwarves.
All right, last up we've got Illyrial's Falcons versus 6 Volka Venelika.
Yeah, the 6th Legion. I mean, the Norse are going to be struggling a bit without the Yeti and Ulfrunner. I think it's going to be a difficult game for him, but Wood Elves I think can still outplay them on a good day anyway.
Yeah.
They've got. I mean, obviously everyone's got block, but you're still going into Wood Elves, and they've just got the ability just to chuck the ball around, and until you get some development, you can't really stop them that well.
Yeah, they've both
You're
got
relying
the same
on
armor as well.
Yeah, because the Wood Elves can take you out just as well as you can take them out, which is worrying.
Yeah, without the Yeti, he's kind of lost his edge a bit as well. So I think I'm going to give this one to the Woodies.
Yeah, Woodies 1-0 or 2-0 for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is us done. So, yeah, here we go. Season 5. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for joining me, Kenny.
No worries.
And we'll see you all again next week.
See you later, guys.